Alright, we're back in the garage working on the boat, and we're finally on the deck. I hate to say it, but it's kind of a mess. The edges are all pretty gunked up with a lot of epoxy. I gotta get a lot of it off. But with a little movie magic, we can zip right through this boring stuff and make it look like it was easy peasy. And get on to some of the more interesting, or I guess I should say more stressful parts. And stressful, I mean, cutting it up into pieces. We're going to roll a coat of epoxy onto the bare wood on the inside and then on the outside to kind of pre-treat it. You want to do this so that if there's any dry spots in the wood, it'll help to soak it up so it doesn't happen when you're trying to glass, leaving voids underneath the glass. Using a roller helps to evenly distribute it so there's no runs or drips or anything like that. Now we're getting ready to cut out the hatches. So just marking it, and then we'll get to chopping it into little bits. I've seen the plastic hatch covers that people use on boats. I kind of prefer just using the pieces of the deck. I like just the blended look, and just, it's a personal preference. And right now I'm second guessing whether or not I've left enough room for my bulkhead, and I can hear everybody watching the video say, hey, that's too close, and I'm just trying to say, there, see, I showed you. It's perfect. Exactly how I meant it. It doesn't hurt having a boat already made to measure off of.
50.5.
And let the fun begin. You mess this part up and people are gonna know it. I'm sure there's a better tool for the job. Oh, I think it's worth mentioning, if you do use a tool like this, you go to the store, you can buy wood blades that are for cutting wood. But don't get that, because those teeth are just too jagged and it'll make a mess of the cut. You want to get metal blades. It's a slower cut, but it's much smoother. Time for the old glass burrito. Of all the glassing you're going to do on your boat, I would say the deck, in my opinion, is the easiest part. The most difficult, which unfortunately I didn't get filmed, was the inside of the hull. And I'll show it to you a little later, but I'm particularly happy with it. it turned out really well. That's not easy. And again, you only want to do enough to get the glass to be transparent. Anything beyond that is just going to be drips and runs and cause the glass to float. So I spread it as thin as I can, and then we're going to come back and hit it with a roller to soak up the excess. I learned my lesson. You definitely want to wear gloves doing this. I'm finally wearing gloves now. Alright, back to my favorite tool. One of the reasons I like this step so much is because if I'm doing it, it means the glassing is done. And glassing is always very stressful because it's a bit of a race against time. You're trying to get it all right, but you got to do it fast enough so that the epoxy doesn't set. So, yeah, I like this part. And at this point, I'm just going to take care of the hatch covers separately. They'll get glassed and epoxy just separately. And that'll do it for now. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I'm enjoying making them, and of course I'm enjoying making the boat. If you do like it, please consider subscribing, and let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks again.